What kind of marital state is the most comfortable? The answer is to give your significant other plenty of personal space. Peter started working from home for certain reasons. Lois just gave him a kiss, but he regarded it as workplace harassment.
She comes in and kisses me.
Recently, a heat wave swept through Quahog. Even with the air conditioner on, people still felt extremely hot. The surrounding air seemed to be stagnant. Every breath required a great deal of effort. Peter felt it especially keenly. With just a little movement, he would break into a sweat all over. His temper also became irritable, just like a male walrus. As soon as he got home, he found a potential challenger to authority. Peter's constitution, which makes him prone to sweating, brought a lot of inconvenience to his work. The area around him was always covered with sticky sweat. Worse still, the sweat was as slippery as lubricant. People passing by could easily slip and fall if they weren't careful. This made his boss really worried. Peter had already become a burden to the company. However, restricted by labor laws, the boss couldn't fire Peter at will and could only let him work from home. Thus, Peter began his days of working from home. If it were in some factories, Peter would have been fired by his boss with a random excuse long ago. But now he could be said to have turned a bad situation to his advantage. He could not only receive his salary as usual, but also be with his family at any time. Lois was very happy about this. Peter was originally a man who didn't care much about the family. Now he could finally use his work as an excuse to stay at home every day. But Lois' such thought didn't last long. One day, Lois greeted Peter good morning as usual, but Peter accused her of workplace harassment. After this incident, Lois didn't dare to get close to Peter while he was working anymore. She also suggested that Peter go back to work in the factory, but Peter felt more comfortable at home and refused to go back no matter what. One day, Peter was going to work on the first floor as usual. When he got downstairs, he found that it had been transformed into an office. Many employees were busily working with tension. At this time, Lois came over and said that she had arranged all of this. Since Peter regarded home as an office, she might as well take it a step further and directly turn the home into a public workplace. Peter turned his head and saw Principal Shepard. The principal thanked Peter and his wife for providing a free workplace, which made Peter very annoyed. He asked Lois what she was really up to. Lois just said that she wanted to create a more comfortable working environment for Peter. To this end, she also prepared a piece of soothing music. This noisy working environment caused a lot of trouble for Peter. Mr. Shepard came over to sell him a mug. Bruce, in the front row, was even more exaggerated. He had a part-time job as a telephone customer service representative and kept talking on the phone all day long. Suddenly, the fire alarm rang. Lois announced that it was a fire drill. Everyone got up and walked towards the door consciously. This time, Peter couldn't stand it anymore. Lois said that if he couldn't stand it, he could go back to work in the company. This made Peter wonder. He thought Lois liked him working from home. You know, both husband and wife need to have their own personal space.